apparently a lawsuit can go forward against Google for being basically two-faced liars. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Welcome to my channel, and in fact, I think I am welcoming a bunch of new people from the Auto Auctions Rebuilds channel. Thank you, Randy, for doing that wonderful and fun live stream last night. We will have to do it again sometime in the near future. So anyway, for those of you who are new and don't know what this channel is, we talk about tech, apps, and politics in tech and app. This includes Uber, Microsoft, Sony, Netflix, well, that's actually on the Apptrepreneur Media channel, so, you can go there too if you want. And in today's case, Google. And what are we talking about with Google today? Well, we are talking about their incognito mode. Now, what is their incognito mode? Well, Google's incognito mode is basically their answer to VPN. You know how VPN software is out there, and you've probably at least heard of it because they are also huge sponsors on other YouTube channels. Not mine, at least not yet. Hopefully that'll be coming in the near future. At some point, who knows? And there goes my watch, of course, but, so that's what incognito mode actually is. It's a way for Google to say, hey, we know you use VPNs to browse the internet privately and other stuff. Well, we're going to give you that option. If you download Chrome, you can browse the internet in private. You can have your privacy. And what happens when you browse privately? Well, it says Chrome won't save your browsing history, cookies, and site data or information entered in forms. Files you download and bookmarks you create will be kept. Your activity isn't hidden from websites you visit, your employer or school or your internet service provider. Now, that isn't part is kind of weird because you think that would be like a huge thing to advertise. But anyway, so that seems pretty cut and dry. Basically, Google won't track you if you are browsing in incognito mode. Well, apparently that is not true at all, because Google has been sued for violating the terms of their incognito mode, and a judge actually agrees and says that a $5 billion lawsuit over tracking private internet usage through the incognito mode must go through. So this is what it says on CNET. Google failed to win dismissal of a lawsuit alleged it collects users' data on internet activity even when they browse in a browser's private incognito mode. The lawsuit, filed in June, alleges Google violates wiretapping and privacy laws by continuing to, quote, intercept, track, and collect communications even when people use Chrome's incognito mode and other private web browser modes. A federal judge on Friday denied the tech giant's request for dismissal of the lawsuit, which seeks class action status. Now, this is what the U.S. District Judge Lucy Koh said. She's from San Jose, California. In her ruling, she writes, the court concludes that Google did not notify users that Google engages in the alleged data collection while the user is in private browsing mode. And the lawsuit, which seeks at least $5 billion from Google and its parent company Alphabet, alleges the company surreptitiously collected data through Google Analytics, Google Ad Manager, website plugins, and other applications, including mobile apps. And you know what? Here's the thing. I've been talking about this for a while on the channel, that the tech companies have gotten way too much power, and they abuse it. And they will just continue to abuse it unless lawsuits like this not only happen, but are allowed to go through. And this is a perfect example. Google is advertising a mode on the Chrome browser that says you can browse the internet privately. And again, basically, Google wants to take your business away from VPNs, which allow you to do the same thing. However, here's where people probably should have been a little bit more suspicious. VPNs charge money. It's not a lot of money. In fact, that's why VPNs are popular, for a very low amount of money. And again, I'm not sponsored by VPN right now. I'm just telling you what they are. But for a very small amount of money, you can browse privately. You can change your destination. You can hide your location. It is complete privacy. And heck, one of the neat features about it is if, you can see that Sailor Moon is on Netflix or Dragon Ball Z is on Amazon Prime. In other countries, you can change your location, watch stuff from other countries on Netflix and Amazon and all that jazz. So, and by the way, this is also how Canadian brothers and sisters can watch Hulu, FYI. So anyway, and Google wanted to take that business away from VPNs. However, here's the thing. To take the business away from VPN, Google would have to charge for their incognito mode. They would have to charge money for it to be a valid business. I mean, what's the point of Google taking away business from the VPNs if they're not even going to charge money? And that's what people need to start realizing, and I think they're slowly starting to realize it, that when a product is free, like Facebook, Twitter, or even Google or Bing, you are the product. You are what's being sold. They are collecting your data to sell to advertisers. Google wanted to take away your business from VPN, not because they wanted you to remain incognito, but because they wanted to continue to collect data on you and not have you know it. Yeah, your location and stuff probably would have been blocked for other companies and stuff, like, you know, there's certain things that wouldn't happen, but Google was still behind the scenes collecting data, collecting what you do, and as such, not only is their incognito mode useless as a feature, but it gives you no reason to cancel your VPN subscription. Google is right to be sued by these people. The judge was totally right to say that Google had to go through this lawsuit because Google actually violated what their core product was. Although, again, I go back to this and I look at this last one. Your activity isn't hidden from websites you visit, your employer or school, or your internet service provider. I mean, VPNs will block some of this. Maybe not your internet service provider, or, you know, but yeah, no, these things are still protected. Again, that's why people get VPNs, and that's the whole thing. Google isn't really protecting you on anything, really. They're not doing what a VPN does, and they're saying that you're browsing in private when really they're still collecting data on you. That is actually completely opposite of how people see the incognito mode as supposed to have worked. So anyway, that's the story. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Google will probably settle, by the way. I don't think this is actually going to get to trial. The last time Alphabet went to trial was over Uber's self-driving cars and their division Waymo, and I think the court case lasted 1 or 2 days before Uber basically settled and realized this was not going to end well for them. Otherwise, Google will probably settle this and it will be the end of it. But anyway, I would like to know what you think of this news. Do you agree with the lawsuit? Do you disagree with the lawsuit? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.